Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. So, uh, there's a whole big long story, but where we left off last time, you know what? We're just gonna take you on the ride tonight. We'll see what you can piece together. We're in the Feywild. We're in a particular realm of the Feywild. There's a bunch of hags. These characters started off as kids, lost some things, came into the Feywild. They've been all over the place, seeing lots of crazy things, and now a talking oil can who likes to party has helped them find their way back to the swamp cottage of Bevlorna Blightstraw, who was holding this Aarakocra doll that Cax lost a long time ago when he was just a kid. And as we wrapped up last time, Bevlorna brought the doll back out, presented it to Cax, and it looked at him, met his eyes, and said, Cax? And that was where we stopped last time. Cax's dear old toy, Cluck, spoke his name to him. It was not, as far as Cax knew, it was a stuffed toy. So, that is where we pick up this time. This doll has just come back to Cax, and said, Cax?
I drop it.
Ow! Oh. I'm okay. I'm okay. And Cax, even
I
though
was gonna ask. Yeah, is how do I feel?
yeah, so even though you've dropped Cluck now, to the
Yeah.
floor, that sense of something being gone, that you've carried around with you for so long that it's become, you've kind of become used to it in a way, right? But now that it's gone, you realize how much of a hole that was, and that you've been carrying around since you were a kid. It's this feeling that something was wrong, that your life was missing something, that it wasn't the way it was supposed to be, and that feeling, as soon as you make contact with Cluck again, even though he's changed, is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel complete again for the first time that maybe you can remember. Definitely since you were a kid.
I quickly reach down and pick him back up.
Oh, thank you.
You you talk. You how?
Yes. I'm not sure, but she did something to me. And yes, I've had a lot of conversations with many of the other things here in this cottage.
There's other talking things here. Well, besides
Yes.
Bevelor.
Well, yes. I've talked to her, but yes.
I kind of side-eyed all the others. Like, are they like? Am I like hallucinating? Am I like hallucinating this whole thing, or is it clear that like they're looking? They're like this is a real thing that's happened.
Yeah, you all hear the doll talking.
He's watching the conversation.
Ushka's eyebrows are as high as they can go.
And I'm sure Gil looks similarly taken aback.
Well, great. I guess we have some catching up to do.
It's been a long time.
Very long time.
Although I can't remember much. More more like, I don't know, impressions. I remember feeling like, I remember the forest, and I don't know, feeling the wind as we ran along. I guess you were carrying me, and laying down in the grass while you and your friends were in the stream. Sort of pictures, really, more than specifics.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's me too. Like that's all of us. We have pictures, like you said, and impressions, and I've maybe I have a few more pictures of the last 16. I don't remember how many years it was. 24, 16. I don't remember what we said in the beginning, but the last 2 decades.
Yeah, 16.
We've been 16. Okay. Maybe I have 1 or 2 more, but yeah, no, I'm sure they'll come back.
It seems far away, though. That place.
Well, we'll get reacquainted with it.
So we're going home?
Yeah, that's why I was here. I was here to find you.
What about the others?
Oh, right. Yes, the others.
The others?
How many creatures did you speak to in that?
Oh, I mean, there's, well, visitors come here a lot, and sometimes I got a chance to talk to them. Some of the other, and there's a few other creatures that come in and out.
What about things like you?
Oh, I think I'm the only one like me here.
Yes, you are the only one. You are the only Cluck.
There's no other taken things here?
Other taken things?
Yeah.
There.
You're taken from Cax.
Yes.
Yes, you're.
And Bavlorna pipes up, oh, I have a great many other things. Yes, very many things. Large collection of things.
How long have you been collecting, Bevlarna?
Well, since I've been here. Would you like to earn some more things?
What do you mean?
Well, I have more tasks that you can do if you're looking for more things. Would you like more things?
I don't think we're looking to take things that were already taken.
Oh.
Just get back our things that were stolen from us.
Well, I don't have your thing.
Not what you. No, I know. Your sister does.
Mine.
Yes. But if you want any of my things.
No, Cax got Cluck back.
Yes.
If
And,
different.
well.
Did you take anything from Mr. Witch or Mr. Light?
If I take. No. No, I haven't taken anything from them.
Well. At the 3 of you, like, our business is concluded here, correct?
I mean, yeah. We just have one more to go, and get our stuff back. The rest of it.
Right.
So can we leave?
Of course. Unless you want to stay.
Oh, and then he suddenly realizes, like, because he was talking to Cax and Bramwell, he's like, oh, didn't even realize he was like asking her permission. Oh no. We should go.
Oh,
We should.
Okay.
Okay.
sounds like you have
Shuffle
many
out the
things
door.
to do. Well, good luck.
Well, thank you.
I don't speak to her.
Fair. And as you're walking out, the oil can. I don't know who's carrying the oil can. Somebody, I assume.
Get somebody.
Yeah.
Certainly.
I think Gil might have
I
been
think
carrying the
Gil
oil
was,
can,
yeah.
actually. Yeah.
You did all that and came all the way back here for that?
Yeah.
Okay. It seems like a lot of effort. That's all I'm saying. It's a lot of effort. But it's a specialty. I get it. Okay, I get it. This is great. I'm glad you got your whatever you call it.
Can I prestidigitate rust on the oil can?
Probably. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Just like seal his mouth shut for just like a few minutes.
Put rust onto something.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to add rust, please.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'd like to take the shine away, actually, yes. I will ignore him.
Yeah. You guys don't think she like, so she had a lot of stuff, right? You don't think any of it was like oil? Yeah. Like, I really could use some. It's real dry in here.
No, that's a shame.
Like olive oil?
I mean, look, I'll take anything at this point. I think that's not my preferred, but you know, it's
Water?
It's not. I mean, it's not good.
It's oil and water probably don't go well together. So.
Like, if you happen to come across any, I just appreciate if you keep an eye out.
Yeah, I guess we can.
And I'd be forever in your debt if I could just get a little bit.
I'll look for some.
I appreciate that.
You wanna try a candy?
I don't think that seems like a good idea.
What is that oil can's name?
Squirt.
Squirt.
Yep.
Checks out.
Username checks out.
So, all right. So you're all done with that one, and you said you guys got to go like find more stuff.
Yeah, some of the other hags have things that belong to Gil and I.
So you got to go talk to. Well, I mean, I assume because of where we encountered each other that you've already talked to Granny Nightshade.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't have it. It's the Indolin
Yeah,
Moongrave.
Indolin. So you
Yeah.
gotta go to Yon.
Right. Do you know the way to Yon?
Actually, as it so happens, I do know the way to Yon.
Oh.
And
Great.
I would be real happy to go there with you all and show you the way.
Great.
But I
Oh,
really
thank you so much.
could use some oil.
So if we get you some oil, you can take us to Jan?
I would be thrilled.
I mean, I'm sure we can find some oil in the
Where do we get oil
town
from?
here, right?
I mean,
Yeah, we're out of town.
The bullywugs
We
should
can
have
just
some
talk
oil.
to the bullywugs and see about getting some oil.
Right.
Yeah, and they got like workshops and stuff here. I'm sure that there must be something.
Yeah, there was a workshop on fire here the last time that we were here.
Maybe because of oil.
Could have been oil.
It could be.
All right.
It could be. In which case, maybe they don't have any left.
We saw
Well, I
the
guess
last
we'll find
oil
out.
burn the last time we were here. Didn't even know it.
I hope not. I really, really hope not. Because it's not a short walk.
All right.
Okay.
To
So, yeah, and I think...
What?
I don't remember where you guys... So there was...
Muck Stump.
Yeah, Baron Muck stuff.
The Baron.
Oh, good old Baron Muck. Yeah, so there was the workshop over that. Oh yeah, it was the balloon factory. It was had some smoke coming out. It looked like it had recently been on fire the last time you were here, or maybe it was still just going out from being on fire, and that was
Yeah, I think we put it out.
yeah. Oh yeah, you put out the
Made
last
it-
few like little bits, so yeah,
Made
that was
it rain.
Yep, there were those little coals running around. Yep, and that was over there across the on the other side of the royal court from where you are.
So, are y'all seeing the map?
So if I zoom out and I look at it, I see a white background
Yeah,
That's
and some
what I
black
tokens
square.
around.
Huh. That's interesting.
So like I
Yeah.
could see where I can see, but like there's no map behind
Can
it.
you see your token?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can
Oh,
see
I
your,
found me.
yeah, so you can see your token, you just don't see any map underneath it.
Yeah.
No, and like I've got
Yeah.
a halo of light for
Uh-huh.
my vision, but
Yeah, because it's foggy here. But you
I
just
don't
don't
have
see
a
any actual ground
Nope.
underneath. Well, that's
No,
cool. I'm glad
floating in
that's,
the ether.
I'm glad that's
It's a
the
lot,
case.
that's a lot of fog.
I mean, it is
It's a lot
it
of
is
foggy.
very foggy.
You can't even see your feet.
Yep, it's foggier than you remember it being last time you were here. Well, that's exciting.
Is it foggy or smoky?
It's foggy.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's just
That's
that
better.
sort of like murky swamp fog kind of thing. Well, that's really something.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't know if we'll need tiles, but I was gonna say we would go over to
Yeah.
the workshop.
Yep.
And be like, hey, got any oil?
Yeah, so yeah, you don't really. I mean, you know the way back. You walk. You walk through. So you have to go through the royal court to get there. And as you are passing through the royal court, there's a big, you remember like this whole big thing going on, this big to do, and everyone is cheering King Illig the 14th as you pass through the.
All right, we
as you
gotta look
pass
up
through
to
the
see
court.
who we.
And so you may recall that Illig was the first name of Illig, Baron of Mudstump,
Yeah.
who seems to have.
Yeah. King Gollop, what, the 19th?
King Gollop the 19th. Yeah.
Yeah. And as you continue past the royal court, you see the head of King Gollop the 19th on a stick next to the bridge. And he's there chattering
Hello.
with the other ones. Oh,
Hi.
hello.
I see things didn't go well for you.
Well, no. But that's not entirely unexpected.
Right, and he motions to all the other heads.
Yes, it happens quite often.
Well, enjoy being part of the bridge.
Oh, thank you. We do have such wonderful talks.
Good.
I kind of go back
Keep
to
walking awkwardly
chattering with each other.
past.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get back to the workshop or the factory, and yeah, they seem to be. So you remember there was Duke Ickrind, who was the bullywug, who was kind of overseeing things here. Is still overseeing things, but they seem to be back to business. Like the place has been repaired, cleaned up, and yeah, they're kind of back to. The workbench looks a little worse for wear. Like it's been kind of cobbled back together from the fire. And then, but yeah, there's a bunch of bullywugs here. Clearly in the middle of building one of these swamp gas balloons. Welcome back. It's good to see you again. As you see, thanks to your help, we're back up and running.
It's wonderful. I'm so glad. We were wondering if a place like this had something like oil just around.
Well,
Any kind of oil?
Yes, of course. I mean, we have all manner of tools and materials for our work. So
great.
Yes.
Could we get some oil?
Of course. For you all who helped save this workshop, anything.
Thank you. Our watering can really wants it.
Your watering can?
Is it a watering can? Or is it oil can? It's a can.
An oil can? That would make much more sense than
some kind of can. Yeah.
Well, yes. I mean, do you have it? I will gladly fill it up for you.
Who has it?
Gil, I think, is carrying it around.
Gil, and take it from Gil and hand it over. Yes, this particular can.
Yeah, if you could just top me right up, Chief, that would be great. Oh yes, and he takes him over to another bench, kind of around the corner there, and you hear this sort of like glug glug glug. Oh yeah, that's much better. He brings him back out. Obviously full of oil now, and he's sort of like wiping a little bit, like a drop off the edge, and filled it quite as full as I could get it. Yeah, this is so much better. This is great. Oh yes. Thank you.
There we go. And thank you all so much.
Oh yes, you're very welcome. Is there anything else we can do for you?
He looks at the others. No, that was more than adequate. So thank you.
Well, if you should ever find yourselves in need of anything, and we can help, please come back.
This was more than enough.
Are you off somewhere else on your journeys?
We're going to Yon to meet Indolin Moongrave.
Ah, well, and do you have a guide who can get you there?
Oh, that's
You
why.
just filled him up.
Yeah, you just filled him up.
Ah, oh,
Squirt is our guide.
very good, very good. So you know the way. Yeah, I know the way. What do I look like?
Are you a watering can or an oil can?
I am an oil can. Why would you ever put water in somebody like me? What are you,
I don't
crazy?
know. I don't really use either one.
I am 100% oil can.
Okay, thank you for clarifying, and I apologize for offending you.
I thank you for your apology.
Can we go to Yon now?
Yeah, let's get out. I mean, thank you very much for the oil. And now we're gonna be leaving. Let's get out of here.
You skedaddle.
These things are weird.
I mean, they're like any other people.
Yeah, weird. People are weird.
Guess you're not wrong.
The bridge, not gonna lie, guys, the bridge still creeps me out.
The bridge of bullywug heads.
That's very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better talking. Yeah. Even for this place, that seems just weird.
Yeah, well, you guys got anything else you need to do here? Or can we just, be on our way?
I think we're good.
All right, well,
Yeah.
that way
on our
then.
way.
And he points off kind of where you came from but a little further north, not so much northeast. And he's pointing just like into the mists in the distance.
We go that way.
And you're just going to have to listen to me. You're not going to be able to see where you're going. I don't know. I assume you've been in the mist before. You've been here.
Well, that's
We
got here with you.
in the mist. I assume
Right.
you're kind of used to the whole mist thing now.
um,
Like, you get that you're not going to be able to know where you're going. You just got to...
used to is a interesting. I never know where I'm going, so it's
Okay, so for you, not so weird then. It's like you're in the mist all the time.
right.
All right. Well, just follow along. And
Okay.
we'll be there, I don't know, in a while. If you haven't
Okay.
figured it out yet, time is weird here.
Yes.
Yes.
Everything's weird here.
Like talking oil cans.
Yep. What do you mean?
Ooh.
Don't have any talking oil cans where I'm from.
No.
Well, maybe where you're from is weird.
Oh, maybe.
Fair.
Oh, this place does not seem nice.
That's great.
What do you mean? It looks beautiful.
I mean, where we're landing seems okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm scrolling up.
So,
Oh no, that's fine.
yeah, so Squirt kind of talks you through this. You're walking through the mists for quite a while. And, you can kind of tell. I mean, you can tell the ground you walk on starts to become hard and rocky at a certain point. And you also start going up. Like, you are definitely walking uphill. And it gets pretty steep for quite a while. So you might have to, like, stop and take some breaks. But you're walking up a pretty steep hill. And it's definitely stony, rocky, not forest anymore. And eventually you emerge from the mists. And, as like just before you do, you can feel the ground kind of start to level off a little bit. And as you come out of the mist, you're standing on a path that wends between these rocky crags on a mountainside. So clearly now that's why we were going so far up. We were climbing a mountain. The sky is dark and full of these like roiling thunder clouds, and you're greeted by this howling wind that's just coming through the mountains. For a second, lightning splits the sky, and you see this just arc of lightning shoot off from like above your heads, to the north, and then it's gone. And as it goes, it strikes nearby mountaintops, and then it illuminates this distant pinnacle of rock that has a foreboding castle that looked like it's carved out of the top of the mountain itself. And so you kind of come out and come by this little outcropping that's got like the moon thing on top of it. And there's some sparse trees here. There's a little bit of forest, but you're definitely... and you can see this kind of body of water to the north. But you're definitely up in the mountains now. You can tell it's a little bit colder. The air's a little bit thinner. So that is where you find yourselves.
Oh, there's some. This is less than nice.
This is the place where they like that stories of heroes that climb up the mountains and slay the dragon at the top.
I'm sorry. Do you think there are there dragons here?
Well, we saw the footprints. So I would say that the evidence points to yes, there are dragons here.
But
Or
Jabberwocky and Hither, the other one.
Thither.
Thither. But do you think Indolin has dragons?
Where's our owlbear, by the way?
The owlbear, unless you left the owlbear behind anywhere, the owlbear's just been like tagging along.
Okay.
Good.
Just sort of like
All
loping
right, I was
along.
just making sure that we didn't accidentally leave the owlbear in
Thither.
thither.
No, it just,
Because that was not the intention.
yeah. Unless something else happens, it's just loping along, following you around wherever you go.
Perfect.
Juniper, right?
Juniper.
Yep, Juniper. Juniper the owlbear.
Hey, Cluck, you remember Juniper?
That's Juniper?
Yeah.
But Juniper was not that much bigger than me.
Yeah. Told you it's been a long time.
Owlbears get big.
Really big. Wow. Wait,
They're good to have as friends.
How did you find Juniper?
There was a carnival, and then Gil was working for it, and I guess we snuck in, and then we did some things, and
A lot has
it's a trip.
happened to you.
No, been a trip.
But
But now
it's
we're in
almost over.
this place.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
isn't home.
No?
No, but we have to. Ushko lost,
And Gil.
and Gil lost,
Yeah.
and well, you wouldn't be here without them. So we're gonna be here for them now.
Thanks, Cax.
Yep.
And speaking of that, Ushka, and also we'll tell Gil when Gil arrives. When you step foot out into this place, you get a sense that like the thing that you've lost is here somewhere. Can't tell where, you can't tell how far away it is, but it's here.
But that's not new.
You know you
Gil
are.
might. Maybe Gil can.
You know you are close.
It's in one of those directions.
Yep, it's somewhere out here, but you are closer to it than you've been in a long time.
That's the most direction sense you've had in a long time.
Like, yeah.
I know that a
eight or
thing is
whatever.
here.
I think it's somewhere.
That's an unfamiliar feeling.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we go see the very scary lady in the very scary place.
And as you kind of start to get your bearings, I probably have a picture of this because I have a picture of everything. It's great. Where are you? Oh, I have lots of pictures. You're about to get, well, 2 pictures.
I'm excited.
And all players. Yep, there we go. that one. This one. Come on, roll 20. You can do it. You can load a page.
You say that.
I do say that. That might be a lie.
Drew.
Hey,
Drew.
oh, did Drew make it?
CNI.
Good timing, Drew.
There's an eyeball.
Yep.
Drew. Oh, no.
Nope.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
Drew, you're here.
How's it going?
Hey. Sorry I'm late.
No, it's all good.
Oh.
Well, we're kind of just getting to some stuff, so I'll catch you up real quick.
Look, Cluck talks now.
Yep, Cluck talks. So
Yeah.
Cluck and Cax have been chatting a little bit. You all went over to the hot air balloon workshop in the swamp. Walked by and saw that Baron Muckstump is now the king of the Bullywugs. You got some he was the revolutionary who was trying to overthrow the other king, whose head is now on a stick by the bridge talking. Got some oil to fill up Squirt the oil can because he was complaining about being too dry, and then he led you through the mist, and you climbed up and up, felt the ground turn to stone, climbed up and up, and came out up here and realized you're at the top of the mountains. It is definitely a little bit colder and thinner up here. You can tell you're high up in the mountains. You're on a path that kind of winds between these crags that you see. The sky is dark and it's got these rolling thunder clouds, and as soon as you step out of the mist, almost immediately there was this big arc of lightning that just shot up to the north, illuminated all these mountaintops, and then what looks like a castle carved out of the pinnacle of a mountain way to the north, far in the distance. There's wind just howls through the mountains, and you also got the sense that the thing that you lost, the thing that you're missing, is somewhere here. So I think that kind of catches you up. Where you are.
Awesome. And Ushka's feeling it too, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Josh, what did you put in the...
Oh, okay. So, as you're kind of getting your bearings up here on top of the mountain, you look to the north a little bit, kind of, there's this little rocky outcropping next to where you're standing on the edge of this lake. And you see, and in your handouts, you have one called Amador, the dandelion. You see two figures standing on an outcrop of rock, outlined against the stormy sky in the background. One is a slender female elf wearing a crescent moon mask, who you also have. So you've got another one that says Gleam and Glister. And the other is a 3-foot-tall dandelion with a small rapier strapped to its stem. There's a honeybee that's about the size of an orange, buzzing around the dandelion's bright yellow head. The elf notices you, and as she does, she points in your direction, and the dandelion draws its rapier and assumes a defensive pose, with the rapier pointed in your direction. And the honeybee starts to buzz more loudly, and it's flying circles around the two of them.
Hi.
Hey, we're not enemies.
Not enemies, you say? This is the dandelion talking to you.
We're no enemies of yours unless you are a thief or a scoundrel.
Certainly not. You insult my honor, sir.
Hold it.
And then the elf kind of interrupts. Oh, then could you help us?
What is your plate?
Well, we both we've come together in our shared. Well, I don't know if I don't want to speak for you, Amador. Misery in my case. Amador is trying to escape from this. Well, I'll let Amador tell his story, but it's my sister and me. Well, you can see, and Gleam kind of turns around. And you see, I mean, there's enough light to see here. And as she turns around, you notice that she doesn't cast a shadow. Well, Endlin Moongrave. She's got my sister, and she took my shadow. Snipped it right off with her magical scissors.
Wait, took your sister?
Yeah, she has my sister and my shadow.
But your sister. Is your sister?
These hags have non-trivial items of other people's, and those items have their souls attached to them, just like ours.
Right, but her sister.
Yeah. And Gil. Now you don't recognize her, but you put it together that you remember hearing stories in the carnival of Gleam and Glister, who were like a star performers. They were acrobat twins. They left the carnival before you got there, but the other carnivals people still talked about Gleam and Glister and how amazing their acrobatics show was. They were like more in sync than any pair of acrobats you've ever seen. And they were like the big, like when there was the big top show, they were the main attraction. So you definitely have heard about them. And I think all of you realize, looking at her for a minute, like as she kind of turns around and looks, like she looks, and you can probably tell from the picture, the crescent moon mask is very familiar. Like you've seen that exact kind of figure and face and mask before.
Like the exact?
Not just similar? Exact. Yep.
Wait, are you like Gleaming Glister, like the trapeze? Was it trapeze? Is that what
they were acrobats, so they did all sorts of acrobatics.
The acrobats?
Yes, I'm
like from.
Yes, I'm Gleam, and Endlin has Glister held captive.
Were you a dandelion in the show?
This is the elf woman talking.
Elf. Got it.
No,
Sorry.
No, Star.
Yeah.
So, how long did your sister? I mean, that was before. It's been years.
Time is funny here.
Yes.
So you were listed the.
Well, I left to try to get my sister back, but all I did was get my shadow snipped off instead.
So like exactly as if like when we were kids there was a frog creature and a pig mask girl and a moon face person.
Yes.
And she looks exactly like this moon face person?
Yep.
Okay.
See, that's what I was with you. Yeah.
Starts to look angry for the first time ever. And he's just like simmering like a 5-year-old though.
Yeah.
Like just, and he doesn't know how to hold it in. But he's trying.
I mean, would you be able to help free my sister?
You
So
you stole our stuff.
I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't steal anything.
But I might have been a kid, but I remember your face and I remember your mask, and you stole things from Gil and from me.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't me.
No, Ushka, it was her sister.
No, that's what she did with my shadow. She made my shadow into one of her creatures that she sends out to steal things.
What?
Oh,
If you saw
wow.
a creature that was like me, it was my shadow.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I thought it was you.
I mean, why wouldn't you? Looks just
Right.
like me.
Yeah. Wow, I was really angry there
Your
for a second.
shadow.
Yes, she sends my shadow out to do her bidding.
We got to stop that. That's not okay.
No, it's not. And I need it back. Being shadowless here is. I mean, Amador's the only one who trusts me.
Well, we'll help you get your shadow back.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, Cax. That's what you get for being in a good guy party.
Yeah.
We need to get these things away from these hags. They have her shadow, but they have many things of many peoples.
One problem at a time.
None of which belong to.
Oh, we can have all of these at the same time, Cax.
If I get freeing
We got all our
Zabilma,
stuff. Well, maybe, but
let's get our things back, and then we can free Zabilna, and then she can met out justice.
Yeah.
I did say one thing at a time, right?
Right. Let's.
Yes,
Yeah.
Right. The one thing we at a time is we start with.
it's good to
your
have a
thing.
procedure. So first we do this, then we do that, and then we do the other thing. But we've got to know what the other thing is first before we do the first things. Otherwise, you don't have a procedure, and then you have nothing.
What if?
Then you're
things
just standing in
interfere
the
with procedure?
forest, looking at a mountain,
What if?
talking to a dandelion.
What if you're? What if you're? You know what? Fine.
Procedures. We need them.
No, we don't. But
Speaking
Yeah,
of problems, the dandelion says, like, sheaths his rapier. I'm not
Yes.
sure how far behind me he is, but there is a cyclops on my trail. And he may be along at any time. Just so you're aware.
There's a cyclops after you?
Yes. Well, not after me. I mean, kind of after me. Not really after me.
You may want to shorten this explanation if there's a threat coming.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, he could be further behind than I don't really know. But
you have a rapier and a large bee.
well, that's who he's actually
Well,
after. That's
brandishes his stopwatch at him.
Polynella, and I rescued her, my love, from the beekeeper, who is the Cyclops, and he wants her back. So
You stole a bee from the Cyclops. Okay, there. That's the whole story. So let's be
There you
away
go.
from her.
and she is my love, sweet Polynella, fair Polynella. And he's just like staring at the bee.
Oh, that's good. Very good. Well, then why
We've
don't
been
we?
here for 5 minutes and we've already picked up 4 side quests. Jesus Christ.
Have you never played an MMO? Like, that's what you do. You get to a new area.
This is what happens when you get to a new zone.
they're all in your
okay?
quest
This
log.
happened in the other 2 areas.
Yeah.
We were okay for a little while. We've stepped through the forest here,
Well,
the mist.
that's because those were starter areas. They don't give you
Oh,
too
the
many quests
starter.
at once. There, they don't want to get you too overwhelmed.
Yeah.
By the gods.
But now you're really in it.
All right.
Yeah, that quest log is filling up.
Oh, we only get 25, so don't worry, Johnny. We can only fill up so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
All right.
You also,
Mr.
But the
Mr.
cool thing,
Procedure.
yeah, the cool thing about getting quests in your quest log is that by coming here, you also feel more powerful.
Oh,
So you've all gained
Like
a level
6 level more
by
power. Okay.
arriving in this place.
Perfect. We need to just be going places. Apparently, we've been doing this wrong.
Yeah.
All right.
You mean like we're at
traveling
level,
gets you stronger.
you mean we're at level 6 now?
Yeah. All right, Squirt. Take us somewhere else. Take us somewhere new.
Wait, oh, you want to go somewhere else?
Yeah, somewhere new. Somewhere that's going to get us another level.
All right. Let me think for a second. Where could we go? Where could we go?
Eh,
Yeah, I mean, so you've been to hither and you've been to thither. Like, the only other place really in this domain is the palace.
we are going to need to go there.
I mean, you want
But
to go
not
there
yet,
right
because
now?
we're doing one thing at a time, and that is not on the procedure yet. We're not going to the palace until after we've done the other things. We need to get you your soul back.
We have to follow the
And we
procedure.
kill
The
this soul
procedure. Gotta follow
And
the
then after we do
procedure.
that,
And then the
only
other
after we do that,
procedure.
can we talk about going to the palace, and only can we go to the palace if we already have a plan.
I look at Cluck and I say, some things actually haven't changed.
There's
I-
a unicorn that's being
see
used to block off the palace from everybody else, and we don't have any way to solve that yet, so we can't go there yet because we don't have a plan. Cax.
Are you talking? Because I kind of tuned you out.
We don't have a plan, Cax.
Well,
So we
currently,
can't go
I
to
thought
the
you-
palace.
I
currently
thought
that's-
you had already made our plan.
We have to go to. We have to go see another hag
Yes.
first. Yeah,
That was the whole reason we were here.
that's step one. I mean, now it wasn't step one before we had done the other steps, but now we're there, so it's step one.
So you are in the dandelion. So you are eventually bound for the palace?
yes.
Well, I
No,
would love
not
to have the
yet.
pleasure of escorting you there when it's time.
Oh, sorry.
What-
I thought you meant Indolин's palace.
Oh, I thought you meant the
No.
Zabilna's palace.
No.
Formerly.
I mean, maybe.
No, not yet.
Oh no.
Well,
Not
when it
yet.
comes time, I would love to have the honor of escorting you there, as long as I've done my duty and kept my oath to Gleam and help her rescue her sister and get her shadow back. Because I did make a promise.
Then let's go do it.
And Cluck. Cax, if I wasn't here to see this, I don't think I'd believe it.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around. But I mean, yeah, we're gonna do this.
So we're not going anywhere else. Right now. Except up
We're
there.
not staying
maybe,
here.
Or
That's
somewhere.
another place. We're not there now, so we need to get there.
So where's there? By the way, where does Indolin Moongrave live?
And you see both Gleam and Amador turn and point way up to the north, and they point to the place where you saw the lightning go to, way up in the distance, way up at the top of this pinnacle up here that says Motherhorn by it.
Of course.
Oh.
Well, you didn't think it was
hoping
going to
would
be
cast
easy,
just
did you?
east of it.
No, but I didn't think it seems worse than the other places.
What gave it away? The lightning, the
Yes.
Cyclops.
Yes. General landscape,
Yeah.
all of that. Yes.
But you thought the evil hag would be like just living in the lake or something.
Well, I mean, one of them was.
But the whole place was a swamp in their
But-
defense.
Right. But that still seems less bad than this.
I liked the forest.
That was almost nice. I like the unicorn.
The old hag stealing stuff thing. But other than that, yeah, it's a great place.
The hags need to be dealt with, but we can't do that yet.
So let's go and save a shadow and a sister and whatever it is Gil and I need. That's here.
Ushka and Gil.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We could have been
Okay.
on our way. 20
Ushka
minutes ago.
starts
We had to
walking.
stand around
And
making a plan.
Ushka starts walking, and it's not the right way.
Yeah, which way is Ushka walking?
I have no idea, but whatever way seems like it should be the
Due
path,
west.
he's going at 97 degrees away from that.
Yeah, so he's either going this way or that way. So either towards this, what looks like, I don't know, that side of a mine, or back the way you came up from.
Let's say he didn't go back, so he's
Okay.
going. Yeah,
He's going towards this, yeah.
so he just
over this
starts.
way.
He starts marching with intent.
Into the trees.
Ushka.
Yeah,
I don't think we're going that way.
Okay. Well, somebody else needs to move then because it's close.
Okay.
And I want it.
All right.
Okay.
Then let's go.
Okay. Follows Cax wherever Cax is going.
So we'll follow this lake around until we get to the tunnel.
That makes sense.
Well, you were kind of like figuring things out. Amador and Squirt have been carrying on their own conversation about like, oh yeah, I guided them here. Oh, I frequently guide you. And eventually Amador asks you, so Gil, we decided you had been carrying Squirt around. Amador asks Gil if he can, if he can carry Squirt so they can talk while you walk.
Sure.
Oh, great. Yeah, this is great. Thanks. Yep.
There you
Okay.
go.
And Amador kind of wraps him up in one of his like leafy, viney arms. And so Amador's just like trotting off. He's like, I will take you along the path to where Endelin lives. Follow me. And
By the way, Johnny, I don't know what
race.
race Amador is, but that's what I want to be in your next campaign. Like, if I can't be a Kenku, then I want to be a weed.
Dandelion man.
A weed. A dandelion.
And as you start walking along, so you're like walking along the lake, and kind of starting to skirt around it to the left because there's not really like the right. It's kind of too steep, and you might like slide into the water. Like there's just not a lot of room between the mountainside and the lake, so you're skirting around it that way. And Gleam, although she seems shy and a little nervous about talking to you, but she does talk as you're walking. And she's like, I would love to get back to the carnival with my sister. It's been so long and we miss performing and I miss her. But Endelin, she thought she had to keep us apart because, well, she thinks that she'll die during an eclipse and you can't ever see the moon here. And so she thinks it's going to be not a real eclipse, but like a symbol of an eclipse. And since we're like the moon and the sun, she had to keep us apart. She says she's just keeping my sister as her guest, but she's a prisoner. She can't leave. She's so nervous about dying. She won't let us be together. And as you're walking along, she points up to this like henge that's on top of the hill up here that you can see all these standing stones. Oh, and that's Lockberry henge, the Corrids. You know about the Corrids? Oh,
No.
the Corrids, stout, fey creatures, and their hair is like iron. It's strong. But they gather and they dance up there at Lockberry Henge. They're really good to know. They're good friends.
Oh, that's good. How long have you been here from your point of view?
Been years and years.
Oh,
Lost track.
what? And what have you been doing? It's a long time to be here. We've been here for days or maybe even weeks or a week. Not even. It's been days. Feels like forever.
Well, I spend time with the Corrids. I dance with them. I talk with them. I visit with Aligarthus, who unfortunately discovered what happens sometimes when you try to make a bargain with Endolin, and now he's trapped in the Fey Beacons, but he wants to get home too. We've had a lot of good long talks. And
A Fey beacon?
yes, the Fey Beacons. Oh, we'll pass them. They're on the way. You'll see them.
Okay.
And we all have to go watch Endolin's theater. She makes us come watch sometimes when she has a new performance to put on, and sometimes I talk with some of her performers. Hurley, we reminisce about the carnival, and Gil, you know Hurley, Burley's brother. And you all met Burley.
Yeah.
I remember Burley.
Yeah. Yep. Hurley. Although Hurley came to the carnival after I left, we like to talk about all the good times we had performing with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, and maybe Hurley can get home and back to his brother sometime too. Maybe we'll all go back together.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
We just gotta figure that out.
Well, I hope we can.
Are her performances like any good?
Well, they're kind of scary sometimes and creepy and
Makes sense.
morbid. I mean, the quality is very good, but the plays themselves they're the kinds of stories she likes.
Dark and evil.
Yes,
Haggish.
yes, they're not funny. They're not happy.
Okay. Should be okay. We'll get there and we'll figure it out.
I hope so.
Me too.
It's,
We march.
yep. So you are walking along. You come around the lake, and you're heading, past the henge and towards this archway. And as you start to get towards the archway, running out of the other side of the archway. Do I have a picture of this person? It'd be fun if I did. That's too bad. How do I have a picture of this one? No. Well, I'll just have to describe what you see then. This one would be a funny picture if I had it. So you see a little kind of grumpy looking goblin child in overalls. And she she pulls on this string, and you see kind of like ducking down through the archway and then flying back up into the sky. There's a kite that is at the end of a 40-foot long string that's got 5 blue bows tied along it at 8-foot intervals. And the kite actually looks like a hideous face stretched over a diamond kite frame, and it's cackling. So you hear just this cackle coming from the kite. And this kid's kind of like grumpily looking up at her kite.
That's a different kind of kite you have there.
Ugh. My arms are so sore. I'm so tired flying this kite. I don't want to fly it anymore. But if I let go of this string, creeping Lynn says I'll become an old thing. The curse comes from those 5 blue bows, but they won't come off while the wind blows.
So you need the bows to come off?
It won't come off while the wind blows. It needs to be in a place with no wind. The kite needs to be in a place with no wind, or no wind can exist.
No, I just need to... I just know that the bows have to come off. Because they're what's making the curse happen, but I can't let go of the string until the bows are off. And so I can't untie the bows because it's way up there. And this whole time, this
Bramwell holds onto the string and starts pulling it
kite
down.
is just cackling. So you start to pull on the string, Bramwell, and you feel you didn't think the wind was this strong? Uh-oh, did we lose Bramwell?
Maybe.
In the midst of this
Yeah, he pulled on the string.
There
we go.
It flew away.
I'm back.
So you pull on it, and you feel like the wind pulling back against you, and it will not let you pull the kite down to the ground.
Gil.
Gil sees that, and you don't have to say anything. He grabs and he starts tugging on it.
Yep. And you feel like, Gil, you're pulling as hard as you can, and this kite, like, you don't understand how the wind could be this strong, but the wind just, you can feel it pulling against you, and that string just staying taut no matter how hard you pull. And this kite still just keeps, like, taunting, yelling just all sorts of horrible things down at the goblin kid.
It's not very nice.
No, it's not. This kite's so rude.
Give me a second.
Climate?
Do what?
I think I can do something.
Well, if you can figure this out, how to get those bows off of there, I really appreciate it.
So I'll use a use of wild shape to summon a wild companion, which is casting Find Familiar. I'm sure this will be fun. So I'll summon a... This has to be one of those creatures. Yeah, I'll summon a weasel, a fey weasel.
Fey weasel. Okay.
Yeah. Summon a fey weasel onto my arm, and I'll talk to it using speak with animals. Beast speech from Invocation. Hi. Thank you for coming when I called. I was wondering, would you mind going up and taking each of those bows off of the string? You can keep them.
Oh, untie the bows?
Yeah, untie the bows and you can keep them.
Oh, I'll untie the bows. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Okay.
I'll set them up on the string.
Yeah, Weasel kind of goes up, climbs up the string for the first bow, and like bites onto it and starts pulling, and is just tugging, and this bow is not coming off the string, and it kind of looks back down at you, and it's like, too tight.
Can you gnaw through it?
And it's like trying to gnaw, and as it like pushes its head towards the bow with its mouth open, it starts like the wind is blowing into its mouth, and it's like, and it's being blown back, and its mouth is all like, its cheeks are all blown out, and it's like, wind, the wind,
Oh.
the wind in my face.
Oh, well, come back down. I don't want you to get hurt.
Oh, okay, and it like scurries back down the line. I'm sorry. Real windy.
No.
Windy.
You did a wonderful job. That was difficult. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Yeah, sorry. What was your name again?
What is my name?
A good weasel name.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll find you a weasel name. My name's Zippy.
Oh, and so I'll turn to Cax and everybody else. Zippy tried, but apparently the wind is blowing out of the bows.
Yeah, right in my face.
Right in his face.
Right.
What else do I have?
So, I mean, is that magic? I mean, obviously it is. Is it like?
I assume. I mean,
Like magic.
It's gotta be.
I mean, if you give me a little bit, I can determine that. Sure.
Cax.
I mean,
Cax, make an
you want me
insight
to?
check.
Oh. All right. I will as soon as my character sheet catches up to the game. All right, let's try that. Need. Die as rolled. The die has been cast. 14.
Okay. Yeah, so you realize as you're kind of thinking about this, like, this has got to be magical. This is weird. Like, wind doesn't normally behave like that. And as you're kind of observing this whole thing, you realize that, like, the kite is almost constantly taunting her, but every once in a while, like, it sort of drops out for a second, and the kid seems, like, slightly less grumpy for those moments when the kite's not directly insulting her and yelling at her. And in those moments, the wind seems a little less strong. The kite dips a little bit, the string goes slack a little bit, but then the kite starts taunting her again, and the wind picks back up, and the string goes taut, and she gets grumpier and kind of gets this poutier look on her face, and kind of what you gather watching this situation.
For the simple purposes of, I heard a good bit of that, but I lost a bit of it. I relay what the GM just said to the party.
Perfect. Oh.
Now that's interesting.
How close are we to the water there?
So you were just kind of like just past the edge of it, almost going to into this archway, and she came running through the archway. So kind of right
could
by
we
this.
try something?
Yeah.
Okay. How far away is this kite?
The kite is 40 feet up in the air.
All right. I want to cast silence centered on the kite.
Okay.
I want to cast silence centered on the kid. Actually.
Because it keeps noise from coming in or getting out. I forget. Or does it block both ways?
Either.
Okay.
How big is silence?
It's like
20-foot
20-foot
radius.
radius, right? Yeah, it's pretty
So
big.
we're all just like, none of us can hear anything.
So yeah, there's this. All of a sudden, it goes silent around you, and you realize like you can't hear anything, which means that you can't hear the taunts. And the goblin starts looking less unhappy, and in fact, in a minute, she kind of like starts to look like she might even be sort of not happy, but at least sort of like neutral, like she's not upset anymore. And as that happens, the wind abates and the kite falls to the ground.
Perfect.
And it's now also in this bubble, and so you can still see it's like this nasty, like now that you see it up close, it's real gross. It's a face that's been stretched over a kite frame, and it's still, its mouth is moving, and it looks angry.
Bramwell walks over to it with his mate and takes his mace off of his belt for the first time this whole time, and just puts the mace right through the middle of the kite.
Okay.
Through its face.
Let's see.
Ouch.
Um,
Kite murder.
So,
An intelligent.
So when you hit it, it yanks its own string out of her grasp, and she instantly looks 50 years older, and she looks like a kind of like a crone. Her skin sort of looks like a shriveled apple. And she looks at you all like, well, oh, well.
Or silent.
She's yelling, but you can't tell what she's saying.
What happened to the kite?
It's just sort of like flopping around on the ground.
I'm gonna back away until I can hear things again. I know I can't hear things in the bubble, but I'm gonna back away until I can hear things outside of the bubble.
Bramwell's gonna finish this kite off.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, eventually, like, you can beat on the kite in a couple more hits and it's broken. So it's just like sort of like shreds of flesh and broken kite frame and string with bows just sort of like laying in a clattered heap on the ground.
Silent death.
Yeah, yep.
Yep. Yeah, it's not quite so punchy when it's got none of its ability left.
Yeah. So yeah, Cax, I mean, I guess you don't hear anything inside the bubble. Coming from inside the bubble. But you hear sort of like, yeah, the normal. I mean, you can still hear the wind howling and...
Right.
Once the kite's done kiting, then I can end the silence.
Okay. Yeah. So the bubble of silence goes down. There's a crumpled up former kite on the ground. And this goblin who's like, well, I guess that was the curse.
How long were you like this?
How long have I been cursed?
Yeah.
3 days ago? You put this curse on me?
Wait, so this is what you normally look like?
No, I'm old.
Oh. Oh, so that didn't work out
No,
well?
no. I'm 10 years old. Look at me.
Well, I mean, not anymore.
I was 10 years old. What are my parents gonna say about this?
Happy birthday! A bunch? Like, you get to make up a bunch of birthdays, maybe?
No, I'm not going back. I'm gonna go hide. I'm gonna go hide over there. And she points back, like, over here to this cave, like right in front of this wagon thing that's not actually there. I'm just gonna go live in there now. Fine. And she just stomps off over towards the cave.
When you get
Sorry.
hungry, you should go home. They'll feed you.
There's food in there.
In the cave?
Yeah, there's moss and lizards. I'll eat those.
Well, take this, and he'll try to hand her some rations.
She snatches it out of Ushka's hand. Thanks, I
I
guess.
can get you uncursed.
Want some candy?
Candy? Actually, yeah, I kind of do want some candy.
Sure.
You got any?
Here, have some candy.
All right, give it to me.
Yeah. Sure.
She'll snatch whatever you offer to her.
Well, I bought the surprise package that has an all mix of those. I don't know which she's grabbing, but
You'll find out. It's all fun.
yeah. Yeah. Sorry we ruined your life.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I guess at least I don't have to hold that stupid kite anymore.
There
I'm going
you
into
go.
my cave now.
All right, bye.
We're gonna go do more good deeds. Bye.
Whoops. I forgot about the ribbons.
I was like, all right, look at that. Mike solved it.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, that was one way to solve it.
That was the worst outcome.
Well, that was before
She should have.
smash it. I was like, oh, good. He did the silence. It solved it. We just untie the ribbons down. We're good.
Yep, I forgot about the ribbons entirely.
Look, this wasn't part of the procedure. This is an anomaly.
See, we didn't establish a procedure.
That's
We
what happens
established
when you don't have a procedure.
That's right.
Cax.
I mean, I thought that went great. We solved the problem.
Yeah,
Just
look,
holding the kite.
problem done. You can get on with things.
Yeah. We're gonna have to
Perfect.
veer off the course. We can just keep right on where we're going.
Yeah.
And we go. Yeah, we keep going.
Fine.
Yep.
We solved another problem in the
You
Feywild.
sure did. Yeah. So you pass under that archway, and you kind of continue up this path, and you kind of have to make your way sort of between, and sometimes you have to go kind of like up and over. And so as you make your way over these crags, you see, like you see what Gleam was talking about. Yeah, see, I was telling you about the Fey beacons. And so you
Yes.
see these 8 columns of rock that are reaching skyward, forming a ring around this deep crater lake. There's rough-hewn steps that spiral up each side of the columns, each of the columns, and there's a rowboat moored on the shore next to one of them that you can see as you get closer. A torch-bearing figure is trudging up the stairs on the column nearest to the rowboat. And there's 8 winged beasts with antlers that are shouting and howling with laughter as they circle and wheel around it. So they're kind of like flying around this creature as they are climbing up. These are 200-foot tall columns, and there's 150 feet between each of them. So they're evenly spaced around this crater lake. The lake is 400 feet across. It looks like it's pretty deep. And then as you watch, this figure gets to the top of the column and holds this, like, reaches up to the torch, with the torch, and the top of the column is set ablaze. And so it's this bright beacon. And then he starts going down the stairs, gets in the rowboat, and starts rowing towards the next beacon. And as he does, those 8 creatures that were flying around him fly up to the top of the one he just lit and beat their wings and blow it out. And then fly back down to follow him along in the boat.
That's rude.
That does seem rude.
Yep.
What do those creatures look like that are flying?
I was about to see if I had a picture of them. I might. And if I do, I'll share it with you. Do I have a picture of them? Oh, I don't. That's sad. So they look like this.
Can't tell.
Yep. So antlers. Yep.
On a raven.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a. Yeah, it kind of looks like a giant. Yeah, almost like a giant raven with antlers.
How big? How big are they?
So they are. Let me see how big they are. They're medium, so yeah, person-sized birds.
That's not what I was picturing.
Good size for birds, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it
a,
is.
yeah, it's a big bird.
Yeah. Yeah. Gleam, is that your friend you were talking about?
Oh yes, in the boat. That's Alagarthus. It's really
And so
kind
he
of.
just
It's really kind of sad. He thinks that if he can light all the beacons, they'll show him his way home. But as you can see, he can't get them all lit. He doesn't give up, though.
because of the birds.
Yes.
Well, maybe we could talk to the birds. Maybe they're reasonable.
Well, I don't know.
Well, he looks at the others. I mean, it's kind of on the way. Could we try?
Yes. He's being tortured.
It doesn't seem nice, no.
He's kind of torturing himself. Like,
Yes.
why doesn't he just leave? Give up?
What? It sounded like Indolin made it so he can't. Gleam, didn't you say Indolin did this?
Yes, he. I don't know all the. I mean, I don't know all the details, but he's from a. I don't know, some kingdom, and there was a green dragon that was threatening his kingdom, and he. Well, Endolin Moongrave was visiting his home world. What did he call it? Toril. Toril? Toril, yes. That's it. And she was visiting, and she showed him a vision of the future where he defeated the green dragon that was threatening his kingdom. But he lost his life. in the process. But she saw another different future where he defeated the dragon and survived. And she said she would share that vision with him so he would know how to survive and save his kingdom if he would stay with her in the Feywild for 1 year. I thought that was a small price to pay, so he accepted her terms. And then a year passed, and when it was over, she told him his only way home is a path that is visible in the light of the 8 beacons. But as you can see, every time he lights one, they snuff it out. And they seem to enjoy his despair at not being able to get home to his kingdom and save it.
Sounds like we just kill the birds.
Wow, I mean, let's not be harsh. We don't necessarily have to kill them. Again, maybe we can talk to them.
All right.
Yeah, no, I don't see this going well at all. Shepherd druid kind of have to at least try to talk to the animals.
I mean,
So yeah, we'll unless anyone disagrees, like we'll go and get closer to this, whatever his name was.
Alec
Yeah, and the flying raven deer
Thing.
things.
And yeah, and as you get closer to the lake, Aligarthus looks up from this boat that he's rowing and raises his hand. Hail!
Hello.
Greetings.
We see you're having
travelers.
some trouble.
Well, yes, I suppose.
I don't suppose we could help.
Well, I don't suppose you can either, unless you have some idea that hasn't occurred to me about how to deal with these creatures as they are now, anyway.
I have an idea.
What do you mean as they are now?
Oh, well, they weren't always those.
What were they?
Well, I don't know if you know, but Endelyn Moongrave has a theater up at her palace, and she's always putting on these terrible plays for her amusement, and she's always trying to recruit new performers, and well, they were invited here. These were the Greyhawk Mummers, famous troupe of actors who she invited them here to perform their pantomimes, and they were quite good. I went to several of them myself during my time here, but they became very popular, and he locked them up. He was worried about them becoming too popular, and so they wanted to set them free, or they wanted to be set free, and she agreed. She set them free.
Not how they intended.
See,
she locked up performers.
yes,
And you wanted to kill them.
yeah, they were pantomimists. They were famous all throughout the free city of Greyhawk.
Oh, you just complicated Keck's worldview.
Oh no, this really simplifies my worldview.
At least in one way.
But for the moment, yes.
But
We need to figure this out.
call up using Sylvan, using
What if they couldn't put out the
speech.
flame?
If they couldn't put out the flame?
Yeah. Would they just keep on trying to put it out while you lit the other ones?
I don't know. I've never been able to get more than one lit.
Well, let me go with you, and I'll light one with you, and then we can see.
Fair enough.
How is he lighting them?
So
Like
he,
with a torch?
yeah, he has a torch, and he climbed up the stairs that wind around
Okay.
the column, and then just puts the torch in at the top to something that you can't see what's on top of these because they're 200 feet up, but yeah, and this just appears to be just a natural torch.
All right.
Yeah. So as we're
So,
going
yeah.
up, Sushka will
Sure.
try to talk to the raven deer, either using speak with animal or Sylvan.
So
He'll start there.
they don't seem to understand either any of the animal things that you try or Sylvan.
I don't know if they can communicate.
Well, they can understand us, I think.
Oh, but they can't talk back?
Right.
Oh, I have a question.
But I
Rulesy
gathered-
question.
Yeah.
When we felt more powerful, did that mean that we also felt like we had a long rest and we have access to all of our spell slots and stuff again?
Yes, it did mean that.
Okay.
Okay.
I was also going to ask that at some point.
I interpreted it to
became
mean
relevant.
that, but I wanted to make sure that
Yeah.
that's actually what it meant.
It's the magic of the Feywild. Restores
All
you.
right.
Or Prismere. Magic of Prismere.
I didn't want to be cheating, but I didn't think that I was cheating.
Nope.
I got all these spells again.
Right?
Pretty
It's
good.
exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ushka, Aligarthus says, no, I'm fairly certain they can understand everything we say, but this form doesn't allow them to answer and anything that we can understand.
Cax, are you any good at whatever pantomime is?
Yeah. Of course I am. Come on.
Could that? I mean, if they were really good at whatever pantomiming is, like, could you pantomime with them?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't. Do what?
I like, to communicate.
So, if I start, say, acting like a jester or a mime or something, you think that's gonna communicate with them?
Maybe. I mean, if they're still them, like when I change shape, then they should still, appreciate the things that they appreciate. And so either it could be a good distraction or a way to communicate and find out how we can help them.
All right. Hey, Cluck, you want to help me?
If I can,
Yeah.
sure.
Come on, this will be fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, we'll put on a show for the
Oh, okay.
Raven Deer here.
Is there anything in particular I should do?
I don't know. I'm trying to I don't know what. Well, I don't know what their specialty was. I mean, they pantomimed, but I mean, pantomime's an art. There's a lot to it. It's not just one thing you do.
So, some kind of pantomime then? Are we telling a story?
I don't know if they're gonna listen to a story. I mean, they can understand, but. Side quest number 6.
Yep.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna start. Well, let's start with music first. And
Okay.
can you? How? Oh, hold on. In here somewhere. Yeah. Somewhere. That's not it. Can you play this harmonica?
Well, I can try.
All right. Here.
All right. Let me see.
Don't play it too loudly, but
I mean, it's hard to play a wrong note on a harmonica.
that's true.
As long as you're playing in a key that goes with the harmonica's key,
Yeah, it'll be fine.
it should be pretty good to go. Let's see how. He does okay. Like, the tempo's not perfect, but it's not terrible.
Mine's not real great either.
I mean,
We're really unsure of our audience right now, so it's a little hard for us to, so.
did anybody? My note is unclear about this, so I'm gonna see if anyone remembers. Did anybody take up Palasha and Candlefoot on the singing and acting lessons back in Witchlight?
I know Ushka at
Yeah,
least did.
Ushka did, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like somebody else did as well, but I don't remember who.
Ushka.
I don't remember doing that.
Ushka
I wrote
goes.
it down.
Something Jax would have done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I did not.
It's at least in character.
Yeah, because they
feel
offered
like-
after that whole thing, after you helped them out. Okay, so it seems like Cax we would have done that.
I feel like Cax would have.
So, Johnny, you
Because
can
it was
make
acting.
so you can make another check because you have advantage, and Ushka, you can also make a performance check with advantage
Oh, I feel like I'm aiding.
to help out Cax's performance in some
Oh,
way.
Ushka can perform. Let's see.
Yeah.
I need the help.
That's worse.
Although, wouldn't mine
Oh, yeah.
just give him advantage?
Well, so this is a little different.
Okay, then I will try to help.
Yes. Let's see if some dice happen. Here we go.
14.
Okay. So, between
You perform.
so Cax, you start playing some music, and Cluck is kind of, sort of with you. Every once in a while, strays a little bit from the tempo. Obviously, no wrong notes, but I'm not perfectly in sync with you. And the bird creatures kind of start to, I don't know, they kind of start to seem like they're maybe not that interested. And then Ushka joins in the performance. I don't know what Ushka's doing. Something.
Well, I mean, he's the druid. He speaks to.
Yeah.
I mean, this is clear, right?
It's interpretive
Druidic.
dance.
Doing a druidic interpretive dance,
Yeah, and bird
100%.
calls. And that's enough to sort of like push them over into like, oh, this is actually really good. And so they all kind of flap down from where they're sort of flying above Algarthus. And they can't clap, but as you wrap up their performance, they're sort of like nodding and doing like the best sort of approximation of a bow that they can as birds. And it seems like they appreciate the performance.
Oh, wow. It's really nice to meet you. We hear you're all like really good at this.
And they're kind of like preening a little bit, and yeah, you gather that they're like, yes, compliments as we deserve.
Yes. I wish
So,
we
so
could.
you want to play with us? Like this would be amazing. Like you should join us. Like join in. Sorry, I hit my flaw. Join in. Everybody gather around. All right. Now, I think we need a little bit more here. Cluck, that was a good first shot. You might need to just like push a little more into it. If you guys start and like Cax immediately goes into like just like full
Director mode.
Director mode here. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can, and so some of them are kind of going along and sort of like moving around. There's one of them that sort of is looking at you, Cax, and sort of like gesturing with their wings, like, no, they need to go over there, not there. That doesn't work at all. This, yeah.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, and I like that. Yeah, you're absolutely good call. Yep, I agree. Yeah. So yeah.
And yeah, Bram and Gil, if whatever you want to do, yeah, like they're engrossed in this performance that they're kind of hatching with Cax over here. For the time,
he doesn't mean to be the distraction, but he's totally the distraction, right? Yeah, he's
Yeah, so we'll
Yeah,
just
he's not acting as the distraction. He's just enjoying himself.
right.
Yeah.
That's what makes it work. He's not trying to stall them.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, he's trying to create a performance.
Yep.
So we just split up and light all the torches, like for the Bram.
And Aligarthus is kind of like watching this whole scene. It's like, I don't know how he did that, but they seem to be enjoying it.
Eligarthus, we need to be quick now.
Well,
We can each.
unfortunately, I have to be the one to light them.
Okay. Well,
according to
then you
Endor,
have to be quick now.
or the path won't appear.
Okay.
Maybe this will work. I don't know. But I can try.
Yep.
He starts climbing the nearest tower. And it takes a while to get up it. It's, a 200-foot tower with a staircase that winds all the way around the outside. So,
So you're moving 600 feet.
Yeah. So it takes a little while to, and it's up. So you can't really, it's hard to run up this whole thing. He's carrying the torch. So he's making the way up, and are you both going with him, Bram and Gil?
Sure.
So yeah, you're working your way up this tower, and as he starts to get towards the top, you've been going on doing this whole back and forth, and Cax and Ushka kind of working out this thing. It's been this long, kind of back and forth, and you seem to be making some progress, but somehow they seem to take notice of when Aligarthus is near the top, and they start getting restless and looking like, oh, we need to take off and get up there and continue to torment him. And so they're starting to become distracted from what you guys are doing.
Where are you going?
Oh, there's not. No, the performance is down here. The lighting is terrible up there. We got to keep it down here.
And they're looking, and they're kind of looking up, looking at each other, looking at you, and they start, you can just tell, Ushka, especially from body language, they're getting ready to take flight.
But we won't be able to finish the performance. I mean, we can't stay forever. We were really looking forward to performing with you.
And a couple of them start to flap, getting ready to lift off the ground, and they're looking at you kind of yeah, well, we have to do this.
What if we could help you get back to your own form?
And then they kind of stop, but they look up again, and they look back at you.
I mean, it's going to take him forever to do all of those, right? I mean, you've got some time. We could figure this out, and by the time he even gets to lighting the second one, you could get up there and, blow out the first one, right?
And
You've got time.
they still seem kind of uncertain.
Unless you enjoy doing this forever.
And they're kind of like, well, yeah, we do sort of enjoy torturing the elf.
Oh, these guys are dicks.
I mean,
You didn't realize that they're actually the bad guys.
Yeah, I thought they were trapped. They're just bad people in a different form.
I don't think this will work, but I could try something.
Go for it.
Okay. Hold on. Freeze time for a second. All right. I've never done this before, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Hold on, I gotta see how I do this. Can I use this? No. All right. So I start playing my mandolin because I can't pronounce the other word. I start playing my my Mac for whatever the word is. Yes. I start playing again, and I cast the spell magic.
Spell magic. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, I have to look up something about the person who cast this magic.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, I gotta see what.
The nice thing about Dispel Magic is it doesn't talk about the other person, but
Yeah, unless the other person has a thing that.
right.
Yeah, well, I gotta look at what spell did she?
It's clearly like a third level or lower spell, right?
What spell she did.
It seems like it's higher level.
Probably.
But maybe I can catch Josh making a saving throw.
You can do it.
I mean,
well, it's
that's
actually
the
it's
way
you.
to
You're
do
making
it.
a spellcasting roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'd make a check against the 10 plus the spell level.
Oh, didn't read that right.
Well, okay. So, yeah, did you make your?
No,
Make a
sorry,
check.
I was looking something up with the. No, okay. All right, so I will make.
So as long as it's 10th level or lower.
I don't actually know where the +1 came from?
Is it the instrument?
Oh, I don't
Does your
know.
instrument have a +1? I don't know.
No, I don't think the instrument had a bonus to it. Because I used charisma to cast. I don't know where the +1 came from.
Yeah, I don't know, because it should be proficiency plus ability. Is that just 4? I don't know. I guess I don't know why you have +1.
I thought spellcasting ability was just straight up your
I
best
guess it's an
target.
ability check plus your spellcasting ability. No, I mean, as long as it... Okay, so even if you get rid of the +1, as long as it's 9th level or lower.
Yeah. Ability check using your spellcasting ability. Yeah.
So it doesn't appear that there is any magic affecting these creatures.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Didn't see that one coming.
No.
Nope.
Well, you thought it would work. Yeah, you thought it would work.
That would have dispelled
Wow.
some pretty powerful magic.
Yeah.
Look, in my mind, there was magic affecting them, and I got rid of all the magic.
You did.
So
Yeah,
now-
Yep.
and so
Whatever
now all
magic
that's
was
left.
affecting them, it's not
Yeah.
there anymore. That's for
'Cause
sure.
I played a good song with that
played a
one.
really
so
good song.
whatever was affecting it.
Yep.
Yeah, this is like, yeah.
Did it work?
Well, I don't think it did what we wanted it to do. I'll just keep playing and try to distract them. I don't know what else to do unless you have ideas. Cluck, play better.
Okay.
Wait,
I'll try. Cluck is trying to play the harmonica. And they make another bow at you as if like, we appreciate the performance and thank you for the entertainment, but we have a job to do. And they start to lift off from the ground.
oh, that was gonna work.
But they seem, I mean, they don't seem hostile to you,
Of course not.
for what that's worth.
Time for gem mining.
Gotta go to the gem mines.
Yeah, as they're flying up, I'll just yell up, incoming! That's part of my song.
And so, yeah, Bram and Gil, you can look down and you see Aligarthus look down. Well, here they come. And he reaches up and lights the
How
beacon.
many are there?
Anyway. What'd you say, Gil?
How many are there?
Of the bird things? There's 8 of them.
That's a lot.
Yep.
I have another idea before we do your idea. We need to go to that mine.
To the mine?
Yes.
What's in the mine?
Well, hopefully there's gems in there.
Might well be. I haven't been in there myself.
We need to get some rubies.
You mean like back where we came from?
When we first got here, yeah.
Maybe we can swing back by there later. Like, don't you think we should ways back?
Wasn't it in this area?
So it's about, let's see, like a 15-mile walk or so.
It's not great.
Was that castle where we came in? Is that like Sivilna's palace or whatever?
No, Sibylna's palace is way up off to the right. The evil-looking one on the right.
Yeah, the one way up, the one that's Motherhorn, is
What is that?
Endlin Moongrave's palace.
Sibylna's isn't
What is
here.
this one?
Yeah. That is the place that looked like it was maybe some kind of mine.
That's a mine.
Yep.
This is a mine.
Yes.
That's not a castle, it's a mine.
Mhm.
Not to be confused with a castle,
Right.
which it is not.
Despite how it may look, it is a mine. So the and Cax and Ushka, you can see from the ground, they fly back up. Aligarthus lights the beacon, starts coming back down the stairs with Bram and Gil. They flap their wings and put out the fire, and then swoop back down and start circling around near the rowboat, waiting for him to come back.
My idea won't even help because he has to be the one to light all the beacons.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, my idea will help. He's the one that has to light all the beacons. I've still got an idea.
Perfect. I like it when it is both the problem and the solution.
Yeah.
So yeah, you
Maybe.
make your way eventually back down the
Or
stairs.
we'll just get shot down in a whole new way. We only have to walk 28 miles to find out. And mine for gems that we don't know are there or not.
Right.
So yeah, Aligarthus and Bram and Gil, you make it back down off the tower to where Ushka.
I have an
and Cax
idea.
Yeah.
We had an idea. It didn't work. So what's your idea?
We need to go back to that mine and get rubies from the mine, and then we can crush the rubies up, and we can use them to create a magical flame that my god will provide. And then that will make it look like one of the pillars is on fire, because it is. But they won't be able to put it out, so they'll try to put it out, and we will watch him light the rest of them, and then he'll go back and light the one that they've been trying to put out the whole time. But he'll really light it.
Okay. I don't get it, but all right.
That's a fur piece from here.
Yeah.
That's a good ways away in the wrong direction. I mean, no offense to anybody here, but I think when you were proceduring, I don't recall this being step one in the procedures.
I mean, step one would have been to distract them with a show, but apparently that didn't work. So we need to do something else.
No, step one was we get their stuff back. Their stuff back.
Yeah,
That was step one. That was step one.
Oh, their stuff, yeah.
Can we just come back and get this later, maybe? Maybe
Yeah.
there's some rubies in the, on the other way.
I don't think that there will be. I haven't seen any rubies this whole time that we've been here. In fact, I've never seen rubies any place other than where you look for rubies. Ever.
In a shop.
A shop, yes. Or a gem mine, which might be what that is over there.
Yeah, might be. And it might
I mean, it
work.
probably isn't. Of all the mines in the world, most of them are not gem mines. Like, statistically, it's unlikely that that's going to be what's in there. It's probably something more like copper or iron or,
Dirt.
bauxite, gravel. There's a lot of things that are mined that aren't gems. Most things that are gemmed are not, or most things that are mined are not gems. But on the off chance that that contains gems and that gem happens to be rubies and we can find some rubies and then we can crush them up and get the ruby powder, then I'm just saying that we should give it a try.
I'm gonna go with the hard no.
I think there's a better chance that there's a ruby in the evil castle.
Oh,
And
I agree with Gil.
Then in the gem
Mainly
mine?
because we're going in the same direction.
One in a maybe low chance gem mine.
Very low chance to mine. In a gem mine, a good return on investment would be finding maybe 1 carat of gems per ton of rocks.
It's a lot of rocks.
It's a lot of rocks for not a lot of gems, and chances are good that you wouldn't see the gem among the rocks. So then you've mined out the 1 ton of rocks, and you've collected a gem without knowing that you found it. So you need to have a whole rock processing section for the gems.
So is this a reason we should do it?
Yes.
Because it keeps sounding more and more like reasons not to do it.
I'm just saying that statistically.
Look, listen.
I'm saying we should look. Yes, listen, we should look.
If we go to the castle and find what's her face,
Indolent.
and we just take care of the problem, then this whole curse thing should just go away, right?
For us, but how do we break the curse for them?
no, it might break both.
That hasn't been the case so far. We have no evidence to support the idea that breaking our curses breaks anyone else's curses. In fact, given the amount of materials that the other hags still have in their possession,
Right.
I'd say there's a good deal of good number of people who currently supports their souls.
I wasn't clear. I meant if we go up there and we take care of the problem, then that'll end the curse, right?
Is your hand okay?
Maybe, but there's no way to do that. And also, I think that that's against the law here.
What?
We're
What's
not a
against
government
the law?
organization. We can't sanction executions.
Hey, what?
taking the shadow of the elf and kidnapping the elf and turning these fine performers into these raven deer and torturing this poor elf. I'm sure none of that is within the bounds of the law.
That is not within the bounds of the law, but we are.
Well, who are we?
Okay.
What?
Just because they are breaking the law doesn't mean that we break the law. That's what makes us different.
So I want to go back to a conversation we had 3 shows ago where
I'm not going to remember this.
where you guys were talking about we need to go save Queen Lady. And right. And you think we're going to do that without breaking any laws?
Yes.
Okay. No, that will not happen.
I don't see why not.
In the history of revolution,
It's not a revolution. It's a
revolution.
liberation.
It's not to be a stickler for rules, though, but there's no actual rule about the killing.
There's reciprocity
And no right, and no stealing and hospitality.
and hospitality. So, on the subject of reciprocity,
we take something from her.
well, no, we do something reciprocal to her. So if she
Right,
has,
that's what I said. She takes stuff from people. We take something from her.
but she has transfigured and tortured people.
Okay, we can do that too if you want to.
So I'm saying that is there an ethical limit to reciprocity?
If we, what is it, 7 or 8 miles to the castle, we can probably have this conversation as we walk that way. I would love to hear your thoughts on it.
And Bramwell starts going to all of his thoughts on it.
That's why I start kind of nudging us in the direction of the castle. What's that? Oh.
Aligarthus is back in the rowboat now and is rowing out, but stops to.
We'll be back.
Well, thank you for
You'll be free soon.
trying to
You'll
help.
be free of this soon. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
appreciate.
you got a plan.
I appreciate your attempts, and I wish you luck with your plan. I hope
Thank
that our
you.
paths may cross again.
Thank you. We'll return to your path. Good
On the
luck.
way back to the mine. Yeah.
Safe travels. And should you oh yeah. Should you encounter Endolin, do beware that she is a wielder of not insignificant magic. So do be careful.
Thanks.
And she will not. You try to bargain with her, she is likely to not deal with you fairly.
That's what we've seen here.
Don't expect it.
Okay. Thanks.
He starts rowing back out into the lake.
Look, don't get me wrong. I feel bad for the guy, but that's, you know, we tried. We worked. We tried.
You're right. This isn't part of the mission yet.
Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed.
Not yet.
I mean, it still doesn't feel good.
No, it doesn't.
What has felt good since? Cax. Hey, buddy. Or Cluck. Hey, buddy.
We march to a castle, discussing the finer ethical points of murder
Yep.
and or maiming.
So, as you kind of get across, you sort of go over this thing over here, and you're starting to make your way across this narrow pathway that leads up towards this landing. And as you get a little ways out on the pathway, at the other end, standing like at the very end, right before this little kind of plateau there, you see picture. Gotta have a picture of this thing, right? Yes, I do. Wonderful. Okay, so now in your journal, you should have a picture that's titled Mud Lump.
Mud lump?
Mud Lump.
Mud lump.
Is that a named or is that an unnamed?
It's named
Player art. Oh.
Mud Lump.
Oh man, we found a freaking cyclops.
Yep. So, yes, this
I'm seeing it.
Cyclops.
I don't see a mud lump.
No?
It's at the bottom under player art handouts.
Oh,
Oh, got it.
I was not
Oh.
looking in the right spot.
No.
Oh, he's giant.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, he's a Cyclops.
Right.
Beekeeping cyclops.
Yep.
For giant bees.
Yes. So you see him at the other end of the thing, and he's carrying, he's got like that big staff with the hive hanging from the end of it. He's got his giant beekeeper hat on, and yeah, I mean he is a cyclops, and he's just standing there at the other end of this, staring, and appears like he's waiting for you to come across the pathway.
Hey, Amador, was it a different Cyclops, maybe?
Amador is like wrapped up in this conversation, still just talking to Squirt. Oh yeah, but yep, just like back and forth.
But hey, Amador?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So is there a different Cyclops that keeps bees? Maybe that's not this one?
That is him. Mudlump. And he pulls out his rapier.
No,
points
put
at
that
it.
away. Put that back.
Well, I have to defend my love. I cannot allow this brute to take her back. And the Cyclops starts roaring.
No,
do any of you speak Giant?
I don't think that's one of mine. No. Not unless Gnomish counts.
No.
Okay.
A little bit different.
Yeah, it's not opening, but I'm fairly
Drew?
certain
Gil. Yeah, Gil.
speaks Giant.
That seemed. I feel like I remember that too.
I
So
mean, it's his like subclass.
yeah. So Gil,
Yeah.
you can make out this roaring Cyclops says, "You stole Queen Bee. Mudlump needs Queen to make honey mead. Best mead in Yon." You understand that. To the rest of you, you don't have a clue what he's saying. Some language you don't know. And he is clearly very mad, Gil. Very mad.
Angry.
Very angry.
Yeah, he's real mad. He wants to make mead with the honey. He says it's the best mead in Yon.
We should try it.
But he seems
Why is that
real angry.
No, I mean, no, sorry.
But why is he so angry? Why is he so angry at Amador in particular? Like, why does he need one bee?
It's the queen bee.
Oh, yeah, that would do it.
Gil, go show him who's boss.
What? No, what?
I mean,
Palinella? Speaking in bee.
Yes.
Do you want to go back to Mudlump?
No, I want to be with my love, Amador.
Couldn't you just tell all the other bees to stop Mudlump
To stop him?
from taking you?
Well, I don't think they could.
I mean, they're a swarm of bees.
Look how big he is.
how big is he?
Well.
Are Cyclops huge or are they giant or large?
How big are Cyclops?
Depends on the Cyclops.
True.
Yeah. How big are
Yeah,
you?
I think
Mudlump?
huge.
So he is huge.
I mean, I would think.
It's that big.
I would think even a few stings would, bother him.
It is a huge bee.
Yes.
Yeah,
You're,
I mean,
you're quite big for a
He's a
bee.
big bee.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think they'll listen to me.
But you're the queen.
But he's the beekeeper.
the beekeeper has more power than the queen?
They do. I mean, he does have some power over them.
Well, that's not right. I'll talk to them. You'll start stomping off towards Mudlump and the bees. Did you put that rapier away? Turn back to
Amador's like, you
Amador.
can't. No, he will crush you.
Hopefully, it won't get that close.
And besides,
Yellowlocks with his.
it is a matter of honor that I defend my love.
That's
Yes, that is-
Honorable to get
that's one of the
giant to prove a point.
Right, that's all very good.
that's
but
one of the that's one of the main themes of in many of the great stories.
Yes. I will honorably duel him, and if I die, well then, I died defending my love's honor.
But then you'd be dead. And then she'd be sad.
But I would die with honor.
But she
you'd
would
be
be
dead.
sad.
But I would
I
rather die with honor than live forever with dishonor.
Would you like to live forever with your love?
Not in dishonor. And she probably wouldn't even love me anymore. How could anyone love me if I was not?
Can I try
Oh.
something before you? Can I be your champion a moment?
You wish to duel in my stead?
As a matter of speaking, but not in the physical form.
Well, how else would you
I'm
duel?
going to parlay. I'm
How
going
chivalrous.
to parlay honorably.
Well, if this doesn't work, then I will even more need to defend my honor.
Of course.
I suppose you can try.
I'll continue marching up towards Mudlump, hoping to get close enough to talk to some bees.
Okay, so as you get close, he shakes his so he's got this kind of like giant stick with the beehive on the end. He shakes his stick and a swarm of bees comes out, and
Right.
they start flying in your direction.
Yeah, as intended. Oh, friends! Hello, friends!
And they are still flying towards you.
I will cast a spell.
Okay.
It's only works potentially on one, but we'll find out. So I'll cast Animal Friendship on the lead bee.
Okay.
So let you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast you can see within 30 feet. So when the lead bee gets within 30 feet,
Okay.
see and hear me. If its intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by me.
Oh. Charming.
DC. What is my DC?
20.
I think that's wrong.
18?
What's our? It should be 15. DC 15 wisdom save.
Okay. Let's see how we do. Alright, so you're trying to convince these bees that you are.
Oh,
Oh, that's a pretty good save.
That's a pretty good save.
Yeah.
A shame.
Yeah. So they seem to like you express to them magically
And B.
that in B that they should treat you as a friend.
Right.
And they're
What,
still
can I? No, never mind. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
and they're still kind of flying in this organized mass towards where you are out on the bridge.
Let me check something.
How far away is
And so they've crossed about half the space between you and them at this point.
how far away is he?
So from you, he's like this bridge. The whole bridge is like a mile long, so he's about a half mile from you guys.
Oh.
Well, so I couldn't cast that until they were within 30 feet of
Okay.
me.
Ah,
Sadly.
well then.
Right.
You have a swarm of bees.
Very good. Let me know when I have another action.
Yeah. So let's roll some initiative, Ushka.
Fair.
Yep.
I mean, I think probably all ought to do that, right?
And yeah, if you all are paying enough attention to see what's happening here with these bees. Yeah, there's definitely a swarm of bees flying right at Ushka.
I'm not faster than a bee.
Oh, there's like some kind of initiative thing in here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh, look,
I'll be right back.
Zorak is still in there.
Oh shit. That guy's back?
I guess so. That's unfortunate. Oh, Bram,
That is
11,
unfortunate.
Cax, 13.
Nobody.
This is not Zorak anymore. Will you let me change this?
Yeah, I don't know. I had tried doing that last week too, like just changing the name, and
Yeah, well,
did not want to.
Does not want to let me do it. Okay. Well,
Just, I mean,
bees.
the bees are all named Zorak.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole swarm of bees named Zorak. That would be cool.
As long as they don't have the same powers, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Bees. Zorak, can I just... I want to make you go
Yeah,
away.
you can just, like click, yeah, click on the 19 and he goes away.
Okay. Bees. Alright, so we got Gil and Bram. So yeah, Gil, Bram, and Cax, actually. You all see this swarm of bees kind of dive into Ushka's space there. Oh, that's... Wait, Gil, you're not 15 or 11.
Yeah, I hadn't rolled yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So, yeah.
These are moving slow on my end.
Bram, oh, there's 2 Caxes. That's interesting.
Huh.
He gets to go twice.
I should be the 13.
Oh, and there's 2 Ushkas. Okay.
I only see one.
And
I only
there's
see one.
2 Gills. Everybody is appearing twice in my list. That's neat.
Does everybody have the same number?
Okay.
Like,
Nope.
same
There's
number
2
twice?
different numbers.
Oh, I'm a 6.
Okay, so Ushka 6, Bram 11, Gil 11,
Cax 13.
and now Cax is gone completely. That's cool.
You killed me.
Yep, you're dead. Sorry.
Rough.
That's fun.
Are you adding me?
Am I? No, I did it wrong. Go ahead and just...
I can.
Oh my goodness,
I'll
now
roll
Ushka's
again.
gone too. What is
Ushka's
happening?
dead. I'll come back.
Yeah. Alright.
I'm gonna take my 13 though.
Yeah. So you're actually at 13, Cax. And Ushka...
There we go.
6.
Actually at 6.
Did I appear?
No, you didn't show up in the list.
I don't see you.
This
I
is
clicked on
working.
my thing. I'll try
This is
again.
working well.
Well, either way, I'm on 6, so
Yeah.
eventually we'll figure
I'm
that part
glad.
out.
I'm glad this isn't broken too.
Yeah, no, it's not broken. Okay, there we go.
All right.
I am there, but I'm a 6.
Gotcha. All right. So yeah, Cax, you notice that there's a swarm of bees slamming into Ushka, who's out here in the middle of the bridge.
Well, so I mean that means he's like half a mile away from me, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't really have many half-mile away spells.
No?
And things to do. Plus, Ushka's like, I got this. So
Yeah.
I'm just playing my mandolin, like composing some kind of cool story about Ushka taking up the chivalrous fight.
Yep. That's a good song.
Yeah. What I'm
I
doing.
like it. And as you hear some music in the distance, Ushka, it's hard to hear it over the buzzing.
It's true.
But yeah, it seems like Cax might be playing a song back there.
Oh, that's nice.
Does a 3 hit you?
No.
Oh, sorry, no, that's a 6, not a 3.
Okay.
6
still
doesn't
no.
get you. Huh? So, yeah, these bees tried to sting you, and
No,
yeah,
friends, wait.
they're definitely trying to sting you.
Yes.
So yeah, Bram and Gil, you see like, yeah, Ushka kind of, and there's bees
He's not swatting because he doesn't want to hurt them.
right, but like, yeah, like there's bees all around him, or he's pretending to get out of a speeding ticket.
I don't know. I don't know that Gil would have let him get a half mile away.
Yeah.
I don't
I mean,
think I
yeah.
understood that was happening.
No, if Gil was trailing along, then yeah,
I
Gil
think, yeah.
could be out there somewhere, or yeah, like if anybody was following along.
Because I don't think I would just watch him walk across a bridge towards a monster alone.
Yeah, like this seems fine. Just let him go.
He's a beekeeper.
Yeah,
He's a monster.
kind of a monster.
So I think I wouldn't be far behind him personally.
Okay, yeah, you can be up close.
I've got
So
this.
he was
this.
walking towards.
He was walking towards
He's
the
walking
giant
towards the
cyclops.
bees. Towards the cyclops. Okay.
Yeah.
And the cyclops is still half a mile away.
The cyclops is another half mile beyond where Ushka was. No, I don't want to buy a cyclops. I just want a free cyclops.
You don't look like you got this, Ushka.
No, I got this. Give me another second. He hasn't been stung yet.
Okay.
I mean,
Start
stinging
try.
you.
that's true. He has not been stung.
Okay. I'm just holding.
Okay. Bram, are you doing anything?
I'll catch up with them.
Okay. Heading their way.
Yep.
All right. Ushka, you got some bees around you.
And I have some future friends. I will cast Animal Friendship again at the 3rd level, so the 3 lead bees each need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Aha. Hey. I just want a cyclops.
Friends, we need to talk.
Yeah. Please. Let's just
Before-
talk.
Yeah.
Or do I have a cyclops in here? I'm trying to get to my... Alright, so we need to make wisdom
3
saves.
wisdom saves.
Alright,
DC 15, yeah.
cool. As soon as I
You don't have to
can...
fail at once.
We're having a real hard time here. Roll 20. This
Do
is
it, roll 20, we believe in you.
real difficult. Oh, here comes a die. Very slowly
Good
rolling.
start. It's
Okay.
a good start.
Well,
That's 1 bee.
this, and it seems like when the one bee changes its disposition towards you, all of them do.
Funny how bees work.
Yeah, it's funny. It's almost like they're Swarm.
Hive. Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, friends, can we talk, please? I mean you no harm. Bzz, bzz, bzz,
Bzz, bzz, bzz, bzz,
bzz.
bzz, bzz. Our master says otherwise.
Of course he would, because he wishes harm to your queen.
He wants to bring her back to the hive, where
Yes,
she
but
belongs.
of course she belongs with the hive, but mm, doesn't she also belong to be free? Don't you all belong to be free from his tyranny?
We live to do our duty.
Yes, of course, but who should you be serving? The queen or this giant man?
The beekeeper. If
You
she won't come
serve?
back, we will need a new queen.
You serve him,
Yes, we do.
but he does not respect your ways.
He gives us our home.
But you are bees, you can create your home. You should be able to live wherever you wish, not where he tells you.
We belong to him.
So he owns you.
Yes.
Oh, very sad.
Perhaps we get to do our work.
What if you could do your work, but you didn't have to serve him? What if you could do more work?
Well, don't think he would let us go.
Well, who's to say he can keep you? Besides him being a beekeeper.
He says.
Well, but he doesn't. There are so many of you. You could tell him no, and he couldn't stop you.
He might destroy us all.
Oh, he could not destroy you all. You would sting him and show him that you are in fact the superior, as you tried to sting me.
Well, he is far too tough for us to sting. Look at him.
Well, I mean, maybe on the outside, but sting him on his tongue.
We can't get
Sting
to
him in
his
his
tongue.
mouth. Sting him in his nose.
We can't get to his nose or his mouth.
Of course you can. You fly. You can do anything.
Look
You
at him.
are bees.
And he is
Get
wearing a giant beekeeper hat.
Of course. Well, what if he wasn't? Or what if there was a hole in it?
We can't make a hole in it.
I could make one for you.
If you wish to take it up with him, that is your choice.
Well, no, of course, but I just wish for you to be free, to be able to work as is best, not as he sees fit, but as you see fit, with a queen who knows and understands your ways, not some man who does not really understand how a bee should live.
You would like us to do what you want.
No, I want to free you to do what you want.
So you decided we need freedom. He decided we needed to work for him.
And you've been given no choices.
You will have to take up your idea of freedom with him.
Well, let me ask this at least. If I do, will you agree to stay out of it until he and I have settled things? For me and my companions,
We will wait here.
that is all I ask.
But
Thank
there
you
are
so much.
more of us.
Oh, well, would you mind telling them as well to wait until we figure this out between us and the beekeeper?
But they will not listen to us instead of him.
Why not? You're listening to you right now instead of him.
They are in the hive. They are under his control.
You mean like magically?
Magic?
Good point. Well, would you mind going back and at least trying?
We can see.
Try to help them understand that until we've had a proper workout of things with the beekeeper, it would be in everyone's best interest not to get stung.
We can deliver your message.
Oh, thank you so very much. You really are wonderful. I love bees.
And they zoom off back towards the hive on the end of his stick.
Back in common. So,
So,
maybe the bees won't attack us, but we'll still have to deal with the Cyclops. Any other? And that was what I had going on. Anybody else have an idea?
Jackson Bramwell up joining us here.
No, I was standing on the other side of the bridge playing.
He was safely making music.
But, I mean, I've been watching the whole time, but
You just
as far
talk
as I
to
know,
me.
right?
Yeah.
As far as I know, you're just like talking to. I mean, you're just standing there. I don't know what you're doing.
Right. Yeah, it's so far away. Like, can you really see the bees that well? They're not
Right.
that big.
Right. I was like,
Yes, of course I was talking with the bees.
Bees typically swarm around their queen. So if you have a queen bee, and you put the queen bee in a new hive, then the rest of the swarm will just go to the new hive.
Yes, but they seem particularly affected by this beekeeper, as though they have to listen to him, even more so than the queen. Like they said, get a new queen. Whole
I didn't
things.
think I didn't think hives got new queens.
I mean, this is the Feywild. Maybe things are just different, or it's a magic beehive. I don't know.
But she produced them all.
Don't know what to tell you. They seemed unimpressed.
Hey. How's it going?
Come, join us.
I start walking.
So we're gonna have to sort of somehow still deal with the Cyclops without the bees' help, and possibly they'll still try to sting us. I don't know.
I'm curious if the
That's why you
queen bee
killed
has
her.
anything against the Cyclops, or if the queen bee is just in favor of her new dandelion friend.
We could ask.
That would be a good place to start.
Okay. I guess we'll wait for Armador and Polynella and Cax to come join us.
Yeah, they come along. Or at least Amador and Polynella. And therefore Squirt. Come along.
And Gleam, I guess.
And Gleam. And the owlbear.
Right. Of course, our owl.
This entire party
Friggin' caravan.
Quite the collection.
Yeah.
Oh, Polynella, I met a number of your hive. They're very nice.
They are good workers.
Yeah, very dedicated workers. They but they seemed like they were more willing to follow the keeper than you, which is strange for bees.
He's had control over them for quite some time.
But how?
How
How did he gain control away from you?
He has some way with them.
and convey to Bram. Yes, it seems he has some way with them, she said. To wrest
It's neither
control and
descriptive nor helpful.
correct. They are bees.
Is she opposed to him, or is she in favor of Dandelion friend name? Amador.
Polynella, are you opposed to Mudlump? Or is it just that you've so in love with Armador that you've decided to leave the hive?
Well, he takes very good care of his bees, but he just didn't understand that I was in love with Amador and needed to be with him instead of with the hive.
So if you're able to do both. Oh, sorry.
No, it's yeah. Well, can't you do both? I mean, could Armador live with you instead of you go live with him?
Oh no, Mudlup wouldn't allow that.
Oh. But is Mudlump evil?
No.
Oh.
Just doesn't understand.
Yeah, common. So yeah, I think she's just a bee in love. But I don't think Mudlump will allow Armador to join the hive. So we're still kind of at odds.
Because if the hive still produced honey for Mudlump, I didn't think that would matter. Then he would still get to care for the hive.
We might have to take it up with Mudlump, who is in our way.
He is in our way. I think we have some points for discussion with him.
I don't speak giant, though.
I can
No.
do that.
Either, but
Gil? Oh, that's right. Gil. I think we knew Gil's speaks giant. I don't remember.
I can make it so you can speak giant.
Gil can speak giant. Gil, you can convince him.
Yeah, maybe. One way or
All
another.
right, let's go. He'll start heading off towards the Cyclops.
So yeah, anybody who wants to crosses the remainder of the bridge and gets to within, speaking distance of the Cyclops, who, as you get closer, has hefted a boulder off the ground and is just sort of tossing it in one hand. He's got the stick in the other. And this is a big rock.
Yeah, it is. No doubt it is.
And he starts yelling something in giant, which Gil, you understand. What you want? Give Queen Bee back, or I crush.
We just want to talk.
Talk about what?
Wants to know what we want.
We want to pass, or you're going to throw his ass into the ravine.
Don't say that.
He doesn't understand.
We can't do that.
Oh. I mean, all right. Well, I mean, it's, Bram always wants to flesh out all the options. We have to include all the options. So that's one.
So a point of negotiation would be to negotiate Queen Bee returning to him with her betrothed.
Well, that's a no.
Well, you'd have somebody else to help maintain the hive and collect honey and things.
Maybe you can ask him, Mudlump, why he's so opposed to Armador.
Yeah. Does Mudlump even know about Armador?
Mudlump Lump, your queen bee doesn't want to come back. She loves Armador.
Wait,
Love?
I mean, that's all in giant.
What love mean?
What's love got to do with it?
What is love?
Love, like, I mean, when you really care about someone and you want to be with them, and I don't know, have a family, maybe.
Love. Love sound nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Mudlump.
She
wants-
loves him and be with him.
And Cax has got a song. Yep, Cax has got a song coming. Mudlump want love.
Yeah, I'll
Where
do.
love for Mudlump?
Guys, he wants to know where he can find love.
Oh, what?
he just has to meet. He just has to meet more people.
Does he know any other Cyclopses?
The local Cyclops bar? What are we matchmaking now?
He just needs to meet somebody he can see eye to eye with.
Oh, yes. There it is.
Well, ask him if he knows any.
Gil translates that.
Sorry, which
Do you know
part of that
any
is
other?
Mudlump know bees, but Mudlump can't love bees.
No, that would be weird. Not there. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, somebody, do you know any other, somebody, like, kind of your size?
No. Oh, you find Mudlump love.
Wants us to find him someone to love.
What if we just directed him to where he could find someone to love?
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm sure there's something big and thither, right?
Jabberwocky.
They could find love? I love it, Johnny.
Well,
Excellent barding.
We might be able to find you love. And yeah, that you could look for it too. We both look for it. There's a better chance that we'll find it. We met some really nice creatures, kind of similar to you, and bigger creatures in Thither. Have you ever been there?
No, Mudlump live here. This Mudlump home.
And no one else like you here?
Not that Mudlump see.
Well, you need to go look around some more. You gotta look for love. It doesn't just come to you. You gotta go for love. Fight for it.
You look for love for Mudlump.
We can't look for. Oh, oops, sorry.
He wants us to look for love for him.
It's not a pair of shoes.
He's stupid.
And love is something you have to go out and seek and find.
I said that already, and he said, no, we have to find it.
And we can find it for ourselves and then tell him about it, but we can't find him his love. That's not how it works.
All right, should I just I don't know. Okay, well, we go look in the castle for the love, Mr.
Is that what-
Mudlump.
That's what you say to him in Giant to go find it in the castle, or that will go
look
find it in the castle.
for love. Yeah, we're gonna go find it in the castle.
You find Mudlump love in castle. Bring to Mudlump's house. You keep B.
Good, sounds good. Where do you live?
Mudlump house, and he points like down this way, like off the plateau. And you look down, you can see this. There's like the ruins of a tower. You see, it looks like there's kind of a little garden outside of it with some giant, like pretty big mushrooms, like person-sized mushrooms growing outside. There's a much bigger beehive down there. Many times larger than the one he's carrying around, which is still really big, compared to him. It's the size of his torso, which is you guys large. So yeah, he points down. There's this tower down there, and that hive is sitting in like a hollowed out like tree stump next to the tower ruins.
Okay, we'll bring you love once we find.
Bring Mudlump love to Mudlump house. Mudlump find you, crush you, take B back.
Agreed.
Mudlump go home to wait.
All right, guys, I think we're good to go.
Okay.
And he starts like climbing down the side of the.
Wow, Gil, that was good job. What'd you say?
tell him?
I told him we would go find him love in the castle, and we'd bring it to his house. And then he said he would crush me if we didn't. So, good deal.
Well, on our way back, we'll stop there.
Or not.
Okay.
Oh, you can take him. Come on.
He's super big.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
sure.
He's gotta be slow though. He only got one eye. He can only see like this much.
I don't know if that's how it works, but we should go. Keep going. Everything's fine.
Continue on in that direction.
Yeah, we
Very
solved that problem. We've been solving a lot of problems really well here.
You've been like these problems.
100% of the problems we've come across, we've solved.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, that's not right.
It's close. It's close. It's close.
Yeah. So you cross that you cross that span of the kind of plateau there that Mudlump was blocking the entrance to. And as you do, so as you're kind of like getting to the other side of that plateau, and you've noticed, I mean, you've kind of come to understand that, you know, like the weather here, you know, it's the dark clouds, it's the wind, the lightning. So those big arcs of lightning towards Motherhorn have been happening like every hour. You know,
Is it like every hour or exactly every hour?
Exactly every hour.
All right.
These arcs of lightning shoot along these towers, and you know, all stream towards Motherhorn there. But the sky, you know, despite all the storm that's been happening, as you cross over here, the sky gets even darker. And faster than you could even imagine it happening. Kind of behind you, sort of in the middle of this platform, this dark, huge tornado forms out of the clouds and touches down in the middle of this plain and is sweeping towards you before like you can even blink, basically. I mean, it happens so fast that you barely have time to react. But everybody make a strength save.
Oh, sure.
Ooh.
What about a
Easy.
dexterity save?
A charisma save?
Nope.
Can we talk it? Can we talk the
to the
tornado down?
Can kill some people.
I will sing to the tornado, and yeah.
Unexpected.
Ushka feeling very strong.
Axe is going flying.
Not my forte.
Gil.
Jesus.
Very strong.
Gil picks up the tornado, actually.
Yep.
Wrestles it to the ground.
I think that my internet isn't connected or something.
Oh, we still hear you.
Yeah, but the chat log doesn't work. And
Oh, that's just roll 20,
oh, okay.
right?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. What did you roll, Mike? Or have you rolled?
I tried rolling.
Just didn't do
It just didn't. It didn't go
Neat.
anywhere.
It'll show up in a few minutes.
When it's good and ready.
Yeah.
Oh, my dice are still downstairs. I need to move them up here, I guess. There's got to be a set of dice somewhere. Here we go.
Right. An actual real die.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Bram's going off the side with me then.
Yep.
All right. What's my
Unless he's got his cup.
0? All right. First roll, and I missed the whole table.
Oh no. Out of practice.
Oh, a 7. Not that out of practice. Look at that. I got double what I thought I was going to get. And I did think I was going to get a 3.5. Yes.
Cool.
3.5 times better than me, though.
I gotta make a few other saves because
I don't know what you guys got because the chat logs.
Well, that's right. There's a whole bunch of other people with
yes.
us.
I got a 2.
Yeah. Cax got a 2. We
Yeah,
gotta
he
see
beat
what
Bram.
all these other people get. Alright, so Amador.
The dandelion.
Yep, the
That's
dandelion.
That looks right.
That makes sense.
That's about right for a dandelion.
Polynella, it's a 1, so the dandelion rolled a 1. The bee rolled an 8.
Makes sense.
Oh. Rude.
The let's see, who else we got? We got Squirt. That's a strong ass oil can.
Well, it's full of oil.
Yeah, it's very heavy with oil. And then
Juniper.
that's Juniper. So
Juniper got 10.
But Juniper's got to have some strength.
I would imagine an owlbear.
So the
And Gleam, if you want to do one more.
Gleam too. We have such
Johnny,
a,
this might solve some of our side quests.
such a big part. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I might be part of the side quest.
3, 4. So 4 of your 5 companions failed,
Oh,
and 2 of the 4 of you failed. So in the chaos of like, there's this tornado bearing down upon us. Those of you who feel like you might have been able to hang on were trying to save other people, like reaching out, trying to grab Polynella, trying to grab Amador, trying to hang on to Juniper, and there were just too many. Like Squirt's just sitting in the middle of it, like, what's wrong with you all? But there were too many to try and grab onto, and so all of you are swept up in this dark, massive tornado and carried off somewhere. And we'll find out where you end up next time.
Sad.
That's right.
Oh man.
oh man, really? Me and Bram? Really? God.
Well, it sounds like the rest of us too, like because we were trying to help.
Yes,
so
everybody.
we got caught
The
up.
whole
We got,
party
we
got
got
caught
swept up.
Oh,
in it.
okay. I thought it was like the ones
No,
who failed.
the party didn't get
Okay.
split. We all
The
No.
whole party got scooped
I
up.
thought me and Bram were going to end up in a jail cell together. And
Turned into Raven Deer.
I was picturing Simon's Quest where you kneel with the crystal and you get picked up by the tornado.
Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, or like, Mario 3, you blow your whistle, tornado takes you
Right.
off. That's how you
Yep.
skip levels,
That's right.
Exactly.
right?
It's the warp whistle.
Zelda the same way.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
whistle
tornadoes
and all.
almost always end well, actually.
Yeah, tornadoes are a good thing in these games.
Yeah.
We're fine.
Certainly, this will end well.
I think we just made it to the castle. Actually, shortcut.
Yeah, we just saved ourselves a lot of walking.
We'll see.
Or we got to that circle thing at the very top.
We'll see where you end up.
Or we ended up in the mines that Bram wanted to go to anyway.
Gem mines?
Yeah.
They're all
I need a
just full of
compelling
quartz.
argument for those mines.
We went back to start.
Yeah, it took you all the way.
Every time.
The tornado takes you back to the level start.
Yeah.
That would be cool. All right. So we'll find out where this tornado whisked you off to. In I don't know, sometime soon.
Yeah?
I don't know. We'll do this
Maybe in a couple weeks.
maybe in a couple weeks. Hopefully in a couple weeks. When is that? I'm still around then, I think.
I don't know. Yeah, today's now September, so sometime in September.
Yeah,
September
it is
14th.
September. September 14th. I'm pretty sure I'm around then. So, all right. Well, if you were hanging out with us and watching, we'll probably be back on September 14th to find out where this tornado lands. So, if you were hanging out watching, thanks, and we will see you next time.